everybody, we're back. I'm working on a Wednesday night question and answer. I got some questions on here. I'll have to refer to them here. I want to thank everybody for your patience. We were gone, I don't know, a week and a half, something like that, I guess. Just a couple little quirks, you know. Met some old family that I haven't seen in many years. Got caught up a little bit. Met their children that I've never met, and it was fun. And we also got to stop by and met old friends. Every time we go to Indiana, we always stop by old friends that are still around and see our kids and grandkids and things. Went swimming with our grandson. We don't see him that often. Boy, he's growing fast. He's in the first grade now, so he's a hoot. Got a lot of energy. So we took him to a swimming pool and we swam there about half a day. I don't think he slowed down one little bit. I think most of the places we went from Florida to Indiana, whenever we would stop, and I didn't go inside most restaurants, I'll be the first to admit it. We went to drive-thrus, quick stops like that, and grab a bite to eat, and then we just kept pedaling. That's a trucker word, pedaling down the highway. Yeah, coming home, we did. No, I was in Fort Wayne, that's right. With Minneapolis to Anderson, we stayed in Anderson for a day, and then from Anderson we was going to stop at Muncie, but where we was going to stay wasn't available, so we went from there up to Fort Wayne. We stayed there, I believe, 4 days at a hotel, and it was all nice, all well good, nothing really to complain about. I'm not a hotel guy. I don't like hotels. I don't like anything about them. I know there's a lot of controversy, people saying instead of buying an RV and traveling, isn't a hotel a lot simpler? Simpler? Yeah. Nicer? No, not for me. You got people up and down the hallway, got kids, they run up and down the hallway, they make noise, slamming doors. I mean, I just don't like it at all. But I do what I have to do when I have to do it. And when I do have to go to a hotel, I try to go to the better hotels. I'm not a Red Roof Inn guy. I'm not a Motel 6 guy. I'm just not. And I'm not putting anything down on any way. I'm just simply telling you, that ain't me. So we like to go to like Staybridge, places like that. The reason why we didn't stay at Staybridge in Fort Wayne this time is because for pet rates. And it's just crazy. If they don't want to take pets, I don't know why they just simply don't say, we don't accept pets, and that's the end of it. They got that right to do that. But to tell you it's going to cost you $100 a day for your pet, you know, wow. So that's why we had to go somewhere else. And there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, that's just the way it is. But where we went was a La Quinta Inn. There again, that's not the hotels I would normally go to. But this hotel came highly recommended. The rate was, for Fort Wayne anyway, I thought it was too high. I mean, what are you doing in Fort Wayne? There's nothing there. I mean, it's a town. It's a nice town. There's nothing wrong with it. It's on the upswing. There's a lot of building going on. But let's face it, they don't have an Indy 500 race or anything. And the average hotel there will going to cost you between 120 to 150 bucks a night for 2 people. That's what it's going to cost you. Plus pet fee if you have that. And I just think that's ridiculous for Fort Wayne. But it is what it is. So we did stay there for 4 days, and it was perfectly fine. Quiet, neat, clean. The bed, everything about it was just fine. We had no problems whatsoever. So that La Quinta Inn was good for me. But with the pet and everything, it was it was 102 for Sue and I, and then a $20 a day pet fee for 2 days. After 2 days, then there was no more pet fee. So we stayed a total of 4. And I had an indoor swimming pool that was very nice. And I asked him if I could bring my grandson to the pool, which he wasn't staying there. And they said, oh, you're a guest, so he could be your guest. And they said, no problem. And we did. We was in that pool, and it was a big pool. And he was in that pool for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. You know how kids are. You get them in a pool, they'll stay there all day. And that's the way he was. But we had fun, and I had fun with him, and I'm glad we did that. Then we went to a place called Cosmos Restaurant for breakfast. Super great place for breakfast. It was on a Sunday. We had breakfast late because I slept late, so did my boy. Because the night before, we went out to dinner somewhere with the grandkid and had some pizza. We went and had some pizza, I think, yeah. And we had some fun and all this and that. So we stayed up late. So anyway, make a long story short, we're back, and I'm going to do a question and answer, and I want to thank everybody for your patience. I know you didn't get any videos at all for that week, I don't think. Patreon people, sorry, I'm going to get on it. And my RV channel, I do have some things. I got, I think, a pretty good announcement for the Anderson area on RV parks, because we found something, and I did some video and talked to the owner and got a tour, and I'll work on that video and try to get that up, because toward the end of the month or first of next month, I got to find out when Sue's next treatment is, and after that treatment, it's very, very possible that I'm going to grab the motorhome and I'm going to start moseying up toward Indiana again, and I've been invited to stay at that particular RV park that I found. You won't find it on the website. You won't find it on any camper site. You won't find it on any Good Sam site. This is brand spanking new. When I was there, the only camper that was there was the people that owned the place. They're also RVers, so they understand. Is it fancy? No. Have a lot of amenities? No. Cheap? Yes. Nice? Yes. So we'll see. I'll show you that video when I get it done. Let me get to some questions here and answer. There was a question I got, matter of fact, today when I got back, I slept late. I didn't get out of bed till 3 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon. We drove straight through from Fort Wayne to the Villages, Florida. Took me, I think, 17 hours other than gas. And we stopped at Cracker Barrel on the other side of Atlanta at 7:30 last night and had some late dinner. The social distancing, everywhere we went, social distancing was everywhere in restaurants that we did go into, except Cosmos on Sunday. Must have been after church, I don't know. Food was great, service was great, people were super nice. I got no complaints at all, but I did video. I'll show it to you whether you care, whether you don't care. The social distancing there was totally non-existent. But all the staff members did wear masks, you know, and everybody that came into the place, I'll say half of them was wearing a mask coming into the restaurant. The other half weren't wearing anything. It seems that a lot of people in the northern part of Indiana, I noticed, they weren't taking any of this really very serious at all. Southern part of Indiana was better. By the time you got to Kentucky, it was really good. Tennessee was really good. Georgia was really good. And Florida, of course, being a hot spot, everybody here is like scared to death. But yeah, there was no social distancing there. If I leaned back in my chair at the breakfast table, I touched the guy behind me. That's how close we were. The whole restaurant was like that. So I think that's, I don't know, you use your judgment. Do you think it was a bad decision for a restaurant to do that? Or no? I don't know. I'm not going to say for you, but for me, I wasn't scared or anything, but I just didn't think it was a smart business move. Okay. Sean Neary has a question that I actually done a video on it. I haven't put the video up yet. It's just, I just find this ironic that you're asking a question that I done a video on it and show some video. But I'll answer it. Sean Neary says, are lifted golf carts allowed in the Villages? Yes. I had a neighbor that brought a lifted golf cart down. He already owned it. It was in South Carolina, and it was a super nice cart. And the reason why he liked the lifted golf cart, because he had bad knees. And it was easier for him to get in and get out of this lifted golf cart, which I totally understand. That's why people buy SUVs here and things like that. It's easier for people with some kind of muscle condition or bad knees, bad hips, or lower bad back, whatever, to get in and get out. And so I totally understand the lifted golf carts. My only suggestion to you is, and I don't know how high lifted means. I mean, I know they come lifted kits, a 4-inch kit, 2-inch kit, 6-inch kit. And then when you have the, I'll call sunbrella above you, I assume you have that. They can actually rise those also for tall people to make it more headroom to get in and get out. I'm going to say this. Here's my recommendation. Do with it what you want. Don't do it. My neighbor had one. He came down here. I warned him. He told me that he didn't plan on going that far north. A lot of people say that. So, well, I don't plan on driving down my golf cart that far. I'm just going to hang around this area right here. If you stay in the Brownwood and probably the Finney area, depending on how you're lifted, I don't know how high you're lifted. you'll probably be fine. But if you start going north, the further north you go, the shorter the tunnels are going to get. And if you look at some of the tunnels when you go up north, look at the ceiling and look at the sidewalls. You'll see scrape marks all the time through there. People went through there and they hit them, and it'll tear the top of your golf cart off. That's what happened to my neighbor. He went up north one day. I don't know where he went exactly, and he wasn't paying attention, and he went and zipped into a tunnel and he hit it. And last time I saw him over here, he had some shop over at his house, a portable shop, repair shop, and they were cutting the top of his golf cart down lower. And I don't know if they lowered the suspension or not, but they were lowering the top of it down quite a bit to make sure he fit under them tunnels. So if you bring it down, and don't email me and ask me how tall the tunnels are. I don't know. They don't put a sign there saying it's a 10'2" tunnel. There's no signs on any of these tunnels telling you how tall they are. But for the normal golf cart, the average golf cart, you can go underneath them tunnels without any problem at all. When you start customizing them, remember that the tunnels ain't going to move, and you could have a problem. So just be aware. That's all I'm saying. Be aware. D. Dempsey was asking where to store an RV. I don't know how long he's coming down here. I already sent him the information over there by Wildwood, and he was also asking if there was a place here to store an RV that's golf cart accessible. I really wasn't sure. I thought I knew, but I didn't want to say. So I told him to call the village's offices and ask them if they had it, because I know the villages themselves has some storage areas, units around the villages. And I don't know if they had RV storage. I thought I knew, because I remember seeing them over here on the side road over here, that I could see some parked back there in the back. How long do they take? I don't know. I don't know if they take Class A's at all, or just Class B's, or just Class, I don't know. So I said, call. He called. He sent me one back and said, yes, they did have some RV storage, and it's golf cart accessible. But the waiting list was really long, which that doesn't surprise me a bit. So he didn't want to wait. Who can't wait? So he called over where I got my RV stored, and they basically said he told them that I recommended them, and they said, yeah, there's been a lot of people go over there and reserve a spot for an RV, and had said that my videos has pointed in that direction, and I appreciate it, because some of these places, when you go in and say, this guy recommended me or that guy recommended me, sometimes they do little things to help pay back, so to speak, for that recommendation. Like they might give me a month's free rent for my RV. I haven't got that. Nobody's offered me any free rent, but sometimes that happens, and then it helps. It helps me out financially. I appreciate all that kind of stuff. So use our names when we recommend something. If you decide to do that, we appreciate it very much. So thank you, Mr. Dempsey. Here's the guy. Who was this guy? J.K. DeSmet. This is the guy I said call the villages. It wasn't Mr. Dempsey. I told him I should call the RV storage, or the villages, about the RV storage, because I had no answer for him. He says, I did phone the villages, and they do have RV storage close to the village of Alhambra, down by Spanish Springs. But there's a long waiting list to get in. Many thanks for the info, and see you on the other side. Well, sorry, Mr. DeSmet. Yeah, in the villages sometimes, and from people from the outside looking in, and I do recommend these things all the time, but I got over 800 videos. And not everybody's going to go back to video number 200 to find something, you know what I mean? So that's why I told you to call, because I wasn't 100% sure. But the idea of them having a waiting list doesn't surprise me at all. I tell people, if you're interested in buying a lot to build a new house on, or if you're interested in buying a home that's already there, whether it be pre-owned or whether it be brand new and ready to go, if you're really interested in it, I tell people all the time, take your checkbook with you and make sure you give them the down payment to hold that lot. There's a certain period of time they'll hold a lot. And then I think you got to sign a paper saying that you intend to buy that lot. I don't know what the time frame is there. Call the Village's Realty office and ask them, because they change things all the time. What it was in my area, District 10, when they built here, it does not mean that's the same thing down there in District 12. They can change things, and I know they probably have. And I don't keep up with all this because I'm not buying houses anymore. I know little, but I damn sure don't know everything. So that's why I say call the realty office and talk to somebody that knows and ask them some questions. And if they hem-haw around, then get somebody else. Don't hesitate. Get somebody else. You're the one forking out the dough. You want to get a licensed realtor for the Villages. And it's my understanding that in Florida, you don't have to be a licensed realtor to sell real estate. I understand that you can be a sales representative. I think that's what I had the first time, and it wasn't pleasant, let me tell you. I lost out on a house that they said I could not have because it was not released yet. Come to find out, a simple phone call to the right person, it would have been released and it could have been sold. And this person apparently did not know that. And I lost out on the house that I wanted, really wanted. And that's how I ended up here. Not that I'm disappointed here, I'm not at all. But it wasn't my first choice. So don't hesitate to tell somebody, if you don't know, I want somebody else. Don't worry about hurting their feelings. This is your money. You get what you want. I know I'm starting to sound rude, but I'll tell you, I've seen people lose out because somebody didn't know. So sorry, Mr. DeSmit, that didn't work out. But keep trying. If you want a place to park, you got my recommendation where I'm at. Super nice people, super secure, no big deal. From here, my house by Brownwood, to give you an idea, to the RV lot, which is a little bit north of Wildwood on 301, it takes me approximately, because I take a back road, and when you're here, you'll learn the back road. Trust me, you'll learn the back road. But even if you don't go down the back road, you go straight over to 301 off 44, turn right, go through Wildwood, and up over the railroad tracks. You're talking, I'll say 15 minutes to get there from here. Maybe 20 if traffic's in the wintertime is heavy. But it's not that far. It's not that bad at all. But I understand why you want a golf cart accessible lot. I'd like to have one too. But I don't want to pay the price. First of all, it's in Alhambra. I can tell you by golf cart from Brownwood to Alhambra is a heck of a lot longer than 15 minutes by car to get to the one over by Wildwood. It'll take you from here to Alhambra, I'll say on an average, if you know how to get there perfectly and don't get lost, it'll take you 30 minutes by golf cart to get to the Alhambra area, maybe even here longer. 15 minutes by car will get you over to the one over by Wildwood. It's your choice. I got some gifts I got to get mailed out from the Wednesday Night Live show. 2 of them are already packed up. I have Teresa, your stuff is packed up and ready to go. Somebody else is packed up and ready to go too. I don't remember who it was, but I see here I got Boom Chicka Boom. No, Boom Chicka Boomer. What did you win? You won something, right? Thanks for sending the email. I'm an old man. I got an old memory. You have to when you win something on the Wednesday Night Live show, whatever that prize is, you have to email me. First of all, your mailing address you want this stuff mailed to. Second of all, put it in your little email when you send it to me, a little jot to note my memory. I won the mixed words contest. I get the pink coffee cup. Something like that. That way I know what to send you and all this and that. Just like Boom Chicka Boomer. It says here, "Size Skip, I want a prize. I'm not picky." It says anything that doesn't have a size. Pink coffee cup, question mark. Yeah, I think I got a couple more pink coffee cups. I had Sue get like a half a dozen of them because everybody seemed to love those. Whatever's easy. I'm new. I've been catching some of your vids about the Villages. My son and his family just moved to Inverness from Indiana. Inverness ain't too far from here. I'm thinking about moving down. Just not sure it's a good fit and need to check it out. Yes, you do, because it's not for everybody. Sometimes people send me nasty emails saying, "Hey, I came down to that place you recommended and it's too crowded. It's way too big, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why you recommended it." I'm not recommending anything. I think some people misunderstand what I'm doing here. I'm giving you the information about this place. You do with it what you want. I'm just trying to help you out, understand what the Villages is, because I know if you've never been here, it can sound confusing. It sounds like there's a lot going on and you don't understand how that works. Well, that's what I'm here for. I'll do videos of houses, golf cart rides to show how the golf cart trails work. I get information. I've done interviews. If you watch the Wednesday Night Live show, I had a Medicare expert on here. And trust me when I tell you, he was an insurance expert for this area of Florida. Because when you come down, I understand that medical information and things important. This guy knew it all. I'm telling you, he was a genius. I had Ira Miller on. He's a pre-owned home salesperson, but he also worked for the Village's realty office. He has a lot of information about what goes on here. You can listen to him, ask him questions on the Wednesday Night Live show when he was a special guest. He's also got a YouTube channel. You can go there and send him emails. And basically all that stuff just substantiates what I've been telling you. He's going to tell you basically the same thing. But him being a realtor, he knows a lot more than I do when it comes to the inside trading and buying of homes. And he can tell you those things. So that's what I do here. I just help you out a little bit. If you've never bought a home over the internet, sight unseen, basically, except for a few pictures, people are nervous. They don't understand how that process works. Am I going to get ripped off? If I send them a check, does it really get there? Listen, I'll help you with that because I bought my first home that way. I know it's a scary, but as internet here and things evolve, it's becoming more and more practical to do things like that. And I did mine that way. So I understand a little bit of the process. They may have tweaked it since I've done mine a little bit that I don't know about, but all in all, the process is probably about the same and easy peasy, nothing to worry about. And I'll help you with that. So that's what I do here, is to kind of help you settle in a little bit. Okay, boom, chicka boomer. I'll get you packed up. I don't think I got you. Cindy Gno, or Gno, says, what a great show you had. I was one of the Jeopardy winners. Did you enjoy Jeopardy? I just made that up. A t-shirt XL or a coffee cup would be fine, and if that doesn't work, anything you want. If you want one of those, yeah, I'll mail you one of those. Or, he says, or a coffee cup. I'm assuming you mean the pink ones. Everybody likes those pink ones. I'll see what I got. Whatever I got, guarantee I'll get it packed up probably today, and we'll try to get it shipped out of here sometime this week ASAP, because I know I'm behind on this. Teresa, already got you. Linda, by the way, I talked to her last night. She's still stuck in California. She's going to be there at least for another month. The coronavirus has really screwed air travel out there where she's at, and so she got a home out in California, so she's not suffering, trust me. And so she's out there, and I'm not sure how big of a hurry she's trying to get back here anyway. But she's got some things going on out there that's keeping her from coming back here. It's more than just the air travel. But she'll get back here as soon as she can. She already told me, she's already committed, she'll be on this month's Wednesday Night Live show. So if any of you's wanting to ask her any questions or anything like that, watch this month's Wednesday Night Live show. She's going to be on it. Is Deb? I don't know. I don't know if Deb's going to be on this month's Wednesday Night Live show. She told me on the last show, at the end of the show, I asked her, are you going to be able to make next month's Wednesday Live show? She said, I'll do the best I can do. So we can only assume, as of right now, I'll say yes, she's going to be there, but those things can change. I don't know what I did, Mr. Rochelle, Mr. Reshley, Mr. Roshley. I'm going to screw this name up. Jim Roshley. Says, thanks, Skimp, for pronouncing my name correctly. Did I? I don't know. I don't remember. It says, not bad for an old truck driver. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ann is moved in now. She came down. She's been right in the middle of the mess, of selling a place, packing it up, moving. It's a nightmare. I mean, I know I sympathize with everybody, but she was bringing some stuff down with her and getting the timing to get it delivered, get it put in, get it installed. I don't know where she's at now. This happened. She got down here, I think, like the day Sue and I was packing up and getting ready to go to the funeral, and which we hate that because we've known Ann for a while, and we've been communicating with her ever since she decided she wanted to move here. So we was wanting to, go down there and kind of say hey at her house, see what she thought. And we haven't been down there yet. I just got up today. I drove straight down here last night. That's a trucker in me. I always say I'm going to go halfway, get a hotel room, get up next day. I never do. I get about halfway and I go, I'm going to go on home. And I just keep going. I just can't help myself. Judy P, I see you on here. Thank you for sponsoring our Wednesday night live show last month. Appreciate it very much. That money bought more of those pink coffee cups that we give out for prizes. Hope you watched the show. If you didn't, go watch it. It was fun. So appreciate it. Anybody else would like to sponsor a show, it's only $50. You can sponsor a show, and then I'll get in contact with you. And if you want to advertise your YouTube channel, or if you want to advertise a little business you got going or something like that, you can do that. Matter of fact, I'll bring you on as a guest. You sponsor a show, I'll bring you on as a guest, and you can talk about whatever you want. We don't care. We just have fun. So thanks, Judy P. She chose not to be on the show. She didn't want to, and that's fine. But I do appreciate you sponsoring the show. And I enjoyed the lunch with you when we met you at Evans Prairie. Sorry, my ears were clogged up. She must have thought it was a real pain in the butt, but I don't know what happened. I had an ear infection or something in both ears. And it was like water was in there, and I couldn't hear very well. And Sue had to interpret to me what Judy was saying. And Judy speaks perfectly good English. It was me. I'm sitting there eating a sandwich, and Judy'd say something to me, and I'd look over at Sue, and Sue tell me what she said. She must have thought I was nuts. Sorry about all that. My ears are better now. But I appreciate you sponsoring the show. Thank you so much. Scott, I'm getting caught up on some of your videos. The one I watched today was you fixing a flat tire on that brand new lawnmower. What the heck? A brand new lawnmower and a flat tire already. What's going on with that? And as far as healthy home cooking, I haven't seen any. I haven't got that far yet. Matter of fact, the first video I watched this morning was, I usually watch my videos on the RV channel first. And I saw my buddy has a sailboat. He's traveling the world. He's out of Canada. See where he's at and what he's doing. Because that was a lifelong dream of mine, doing that. I can't do it now. But God, I envy him doing that. I really do. And then I think you was the second one. It's still about a flat tire. I thought you were going to talk about the car or something. And then when I seen you had a flat tire on that brand new lawnmower, I thought, geez, brand new lawnmower, $high-dollar lawnmower, and they can't put any better tires on it than that. Ryobi, I'm disappointed in you. They ought to be running no flats. Anyway, this is long enough. That's my question and answer. I'm going to end it. Thanks for your patience. I'm back. I got to get some things edited here. As you can see, I've been working. So I got to get busy.
And don't forget to like,
comment,
and subscribe.
and hit the bell while you're at it.
Yeah, what she said. See you on the other side.